Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Kim out of Savannah, Georgia of BetterBodyCrew.com, and I am back with the Q&A. Guys, these are trying times that we find ourselves in. As of the making of this video, it is April 1st, 2020, and I know the whole last few weeks have felt like a huge early April Fool's Day. You know, somebody put a meme up on social media and they say April Fool's has officially been canceled. Going through thus far has got to be one big joke. So, we're done. We're done. But guys, let me tell you something. Even in these trying times, there are people who are using this not as an opportunity to get suffocated in the mess. They're using this as a period of revelation, right? A time to reset, regroup, recalibrate, and say, I will never find myself in this place again. So many people are not losing themselves in Netflix or losing themselves in the internet. A lot of people are like, wait a minute, I am not going to let this take me down. And I know that for a fact because last month, that was my best month since November, since Black Friday, since Cyber Monday. And for many people in my business, it was the same with them. I had numerous people brand new to the business jump into the business and get bonuses for getting a lot of customers. So make no mistake about it. There are people out here who still have money. There are people out here who, even though they've never been open to this profession before, now they're saying, dang, I'm stuck at home. Before they used to say, Kim, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I don't have any time. My job is taking up all my time. Well, guess what? Now they got nothing but time. So they're forced to listen. And some people are still not getting the hint. And I'm not saying this because I want you to join me. I could care less. Because regardless, I'm going to have success. Because I said so, right? So it has nothing to do with you joining me. I'm just saying, if you're sitting at home with no income and all you're doing is worrying and watching the news, you don't get it. You don't get it. Now, gotten the hint, your antenna is finally up and you're like, whoa, I need to do something. Hey, as you guys come on too, there go my girl Rashida back me, what's going on? And my girl Odin Olihe, I know that's wrong. Olije, is it Odin Olije? I gotta go back to your voice note and say how to say your name. Please don't get mad at me. But y'all tell me where you're watching from. And if you have a question, I have 3 questions that I want to address. But if you have a question for me, then leave it in the comments down below and I'll address it maybe on this Q&A, maybe on the next one. But what we're going to go over today is for those of you who have gotten the hint and you're like, okay, let me get out of my comfort zone because I clearly see that if I don't do it proactively, I'm going to be pushed out of my comfort zone. For those of you who have done that and you started your own home-based business, the 3 top Kim, how do I prioritize my time? How do I motivate my team? And how do I build a business when I have no money? Good questions. All of these things are things, quite frankly, that I have personally struggled with, right? Lisa Johnson out of Texas. Thank you so much, Lisa, for being teachable and coachable and following my instruction. But yeah, so let's talk about the first one. How do I prioritize my time? Guys, this is not a one size fits all answer, okay? It really depends on your style. I have a friend, she's super organized. She has all the, she has different markers. She has a daily planner. She journals every day. She has, she literally has a schedule as if she was working a job. So from the moment she wakes up in the morning, she's like, this is when I have breakfast. This is when I have a break. This is when I have I do training. She literally schedules everything, even her bathroom breaks, because that's how she operates. She has that type of personality to where everything has to be like, baby, that would never work for me. That works impeccably for her because that's her personality. Hey. But yes.
Same with this.
Oh, I'm more of a fly by the seat of my pants type of girl. Okay. Don't. Sometimes I get up early, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm super duper structured, sometimes I'm not. Somebody calls me and then we get into a conversation. Boop, 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 boop. An hour later, hey, what was I supposed to do again? So, and guess what? I like to do that in the sense that I used to live a very hyper structured life. It almost drove me crazy, y'all. So now I rage against the machine somewhat. And I went from one end of the spectrum. Maybe it's the Gemini in me, right? The duality of sometimes for me, there's no middle ground. It's either extreme this or extreme that. So while I'll do have an outline of the major things, if you heard There's one major thing that you should do for the day that will change your business. I know for me that one major thing is doing a video, doing what I'm doing right now, talking to you.
Yeah.
Let's go start washing the car. I'm gonna get your food and then go wash the car.
Okay, yeah, that'll be good because you having a whole sidebar conversation, Kassan. All right, so I know for me that one major thing is I have to cut a video. A video a day keeps the job away. So whether it's a Facebook Live that turns into a YouTube video or a pre-recorded video where I'm showing something instructional on my screen, my one frog, when I eat that frog, what's the one thing? Stop creating these to-do lists with 10, 20, 30 things, and then at the end of the day, your confidence is low because you didn't get most of your list done, and the list just keeps rolling over, and it rolls. As it rolls over, it grows like an avalanche, and by the end of the week, you're just like, forget it, because you have this big snowball list, and nothing's getting done. Just eat that frog. What is the one thing you need to do in your business that will have the largest impact? Everything else is going to kind of solve my motto. But if you're a more structured person like my friend, then you will need to do something that is structured. Now, I do advise that everybody do this. Like I send out a lot of videos to my team. There's only so many hours in the day, and if you're still working a job, you got 50 million kids, a husband, you're taking care of your parents, you can't watch all of those videos. So I do tell my team what you have to do is set a deadline. Like if training is on Sunday night at 8 and you miss training, give yourself 24 hours to watch the replay, period. However you have to get it done. If you got to get a shower speaker, if you got to listen to the replay while you're doing dishes, folding clothes, if you got to listen to the replay chunks at a time, if you have to train your brain how to listen to the replay in double speed, that's something. All of these things are things that I've done in the past to learn how to prioritize my time, how to make the most out of my time. Do you know, I read a statistic that says something about a lot of CEOs, they take speed reading courses. They do things to help them compress time frames. So when you're presented with a problem, a lot of times the answer is in the activity. As you start to do that activity and you see, this isn't working, then you can start to seek out solutions for how to fix that problem. But you'll never get anything done by going, I'm overwhelmed. What do I do? Shoot, do something, man. Do something. And you have got to learn to figure out what is the most important thing for you. Everybody is not cut out for entrepreneurship. Let me be very clear on this. Lisa said, truth, I'm working on my time management. Absolutely, you better. And again, you have to find a system that works for you. Like what I do for me, what works for me, a lot of times people say, Kim, I don't know how you do it, but it works for me. The adrenaline rush of the chaos, okay? But that might drive another person crazy. Truth be told. Another thing, you can't have everything. I know people be like, yes, you can. Most people can't. So you're not going to be able to build a business and still, maybe you can't cook all the time while building your business. I remember one of my friends in the business, she turned $100. Son, weren't you supposed to be getting ready to go outside to help with the car or something?
Yeah, but I have to eat first. That's what she said.
Okay, so then I want you to get up and see how you can help.
Okay.
Because this is not like, yes, you're not the Princess Zamunda to where you just play with toys until your food is brought to you. Oh, here goes your dad.
Over here.
Take this off, love.
You're not a
Come
part
on.
of the show. Let's go.
Hello, Dad.
Let's go.
So, she said, truth, I'm working on my time management. Yeah, I already read that one. So, time management. You've got to figure out what works for you, and you've got to constantly be working at it, okay? Constantly. There is something in the DNA of an entrepreneur. I don't care if you've been an employee for years. If you have the entrepreneurship bug in you to where you always knew that this is not what you were supposed to be doing when you were sitting in that cubicle, when you were getting cursed out by your boss, when you were getting that employee review that you knew was not truly indicative of your work, if you've always felt a yearning, burning desire in the gut of your belly, like, the reason why all this stuff is popping off is because I ain't supposed to be here. But when you position yourself in the environment to where now you can truly thrive as your own boss, you will figure it out. There's something in your DNA. Now, there's also people that you might bring into your business, and this goes to my second point. My second point is, how do I motivate my team? That is a question that I get a lot from my leaders. Guys, let me tell you right now, if you have to motivate your team, you have the wrong team. That's just personally, that's just me. That's just my book. It takes too much time. It takes too much energy. It takes too much effort to motivate your team. If people do not have enough motivation by their situation, if their current circumstances do not drive them to seek out the answers in their activity, you will drive yourself crazy trying to make somebody win who is hell-bent on losing. Don't do it to yourself. Don't sign up for that class. If you try to motivate your team, they will take all of the energy that you need to help the people that are already motivated. Do you understand that? Do you get it? If you spend all your time talking to the person, I can't log in, I forgot my password, and you actually have to tell them, do you see the link that says forgot password? Click on that. I'm not IT. That energy will drive you crazy. And if it doesn't drive you crazy, then maybe I'm just speaking for myself, because it drives me crazy. I can't do it. I won't do it. You want to see me turn into the Tasmanian devil? Call me and tell me you forgot your password like I'm IT. Do it. Do it. I want you to do it. J Baby knows. You call me with something that is beyond the range of my capacity? When the answer is right there in front of you, no ma'am Pam, no spam, no ham. Won't do it. So a lot of times I see people spending their time with the wrong people. And you know what happens? The right people in their business, they go off into the wind. It's just like the teacher that has a classroom full of 30 students, but they pay attention to the 3 bad students. Bobby, sit down. Bobby, stop. Bobby, TT, stop it. Bobby, stop it. TT, stop it. And all the other students in the class are like, we're paying attention, but we can't get no work. We can't get no instruction because you talking to Bobby and TT, who fighting with each other all the time, every single day. So guess what the students do? They mentally tap out. They like, let me just, whatever. Let me train myself. So many people, and again, all of these are correlated, okay? So many people, J Baby said, yep, ma'am, you ain't got the time. You better read. Absolutely, you better read. You better listen to this video. So you see, what I see is a pattern. I see a pattern. I've recruited over 150 people now. I've recruited patterns. Do you know the people that usually take up the most of my time produce the least? It's amazing. And the people who have the highest production usually require little interaction with me. If they do ask me a question, it's a smart question. Like, hey, I was watching the replay and this one thing didn't make sense. Because when I went in my back office, it's a very smart question. Right? But the people who are like, I mean, there are people who will listen to entire trainings and then be like, I don't know what to do next. Well, what have you done? Nothing, because I don't know what to do. Man, let me tell you something. Some people are like, I'm not going to give up. You need to give up on. Just going to be honest. They're not ready to play on this level. Those are the type of people that they need to be an employee. They need somebody to tell them what to do all the time. If you sign up for that class, if you recruit people like that onto your team, they will drive you out of your business. So a lot of you, again, how to motivate my team was the second question. How to prioritize my time was the first question. Many of you are not good with time management because you're trying to motivate unmotivated people. Motivation is very, very, very temporary. Even if you motivate them, you can sit on the phone with somebody for 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 hours and then hang up. And the next day they could call you and be like, I'm depressed again. I need that pep talk one more time. And you'll be like, what? What? I'm telling you, don't do it to yourself. You have got to, you really truly want to do this. And it's like, well, dang, Kim, it sounds like it's not worth it. No, it is worth it when you get this through your thick head. When you get it through your thick head, these are people that I'm supposed to spend my time with. And these are people who are clearly showing me that I'm not supposed to spend my time with them. And guess what, guys? News class, this is not just regards to a home-based business. This is in regards to life. There are family members that some of you have who suck you dry. They always got something to say. They come in your house and try to tell you how to do stuff. Guess what? You need to let them go. You need to You need to really limit the time that you spend with them. You need to put them in their place. You need to let them know that they can't they can't continue to do what they're doing to you. Hey, Thomas Patterson. Not everybody, I'm trying to stay on task. But guys, listen, like I said, there are some friends that some of y'all have that you're giving more to them than they're giving to you. It's not a mutually beneficial friendship. You need to start prioritizing your time and stop giving them so much of your time. They are draining you while you're pouring into them. See, it's incongruent. It's incongruent. And that's going to continue to hold you back in life. Now, the third question is, this is my favorite, Kim, how do I build a business when I have close to no money? Guys, the answer is in the problem. You can find the answer in the problem. The problem is you have no money to put into the business. So how do you get money to put into the business? You work the business. I know this problem all too well. I had no money starting out. But when I looked at that comp plan and I saw incentives and I saw opportunities to get commission, but to increase my profit margin, and I started studying business people, and I started studying successful people, and I started prioritizing my time by not spending time with time wasters, then I had more energy, I had more effort, I had more time to put into my business, to work the business, to get commissions out. When I got those commissions out and I started growing my commissions, then I started putting money back into my business to get a better return on investment, to get larger profit margins. No, let me tell y'all something. And I mean this with every fiber of my being. Life is not going to give you stuff that just because you need it, just because you're a good person, just because you're a Christian, just because you did everything right, just because you don't deserve this, just because you got kids, just because you take care of your parents, just because. No, that's not how it works. You still have to sow good seeds on good soil in the particular area that you want to reap a harvest. If you sow good seeds on good soil, meaning I'm a good person, great, you get into heaven. But that doesn't mean you're going to have financial success on earth. You want your bank account to grow? You need to sow good seeds in the area of business. Okay? Not, well, when I cut my lawn, neighbor's lawn too. That has nothing to do with whether somebody is going to buy a pack of tea from you. They don't care. You have to sow good seeds in good soil in the area that you want to reap the harvest. So this whole thing about I don't have any money, how do I make money when the answer is you not only join a business, but you plug into that business and you work that comp plan. You do whatever it takes. This goes back to the mentality entrepreneur. There are certain people on my team. Brandy has 8 kids, a husband. She's so tired of me using her as an example, but I have to. 8 kids, a husband. It goes to school. That heifer last week called me, and on the last day of the pay week, people toward her G5 bonus. She had just taken a test online. Had just taken a test. Now, after taking a test, you're mentally tired. You're exhausted. And she and I just happened to be talking. I said, how many people do you have toward your G5? I know she has 8 kids, so I don't want her to leave any money on the table. In my head, I was like, none. But outwardly, I was like, well, that's cool. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. It ain't over until that timer goes to 000. You still got like 3 or 4 hours to get 5 people. Do you know she did that? Do you know she did that? She did that. Alexis is the same thing this week. Alexis called me. Alexis came into business, getting bonuses. She has good people on her team. Alexis was riding a high, but this week she had a little bit of a low. And she called me and we talked it through. I've been where she is before. See, that's the problem with people that start out on a high. They think the high always lasts. So when the high comes down, because everything is cyclical, wait a minute, hold up. I'm a superstar, and you are still a superstar. But I had to talk Alexis through that low, and I asked Alexis the same thing. Have you hit your G5? No. How many do you need? She told me. I said, that's okay. Brandy busted out. Brandy started from 0 and got 5, and she was like, she did. Do y'all know Alexis pulled that thing out at the last minute? She got her G5 bonus. So what I'm telling you is make no mistake about it. Even in this this time of economic downturn, and I know today is April 1st, so rent is due for some people. If you're in a home, maybe you called your mortgage lender and you explained the situation. Mortgage lenders have way more flexibilities than landlords. But there's a lot of people who got notices from their landlord at their apartment complex that said rent is due on the 1st. Did y'all see that viral landlord note that said rent is due on the 1st? You get a late charge on the 5th. We still have bills. We understand the situation with coronavirus, but we still have bills. So you have a late charge on the 5th. Thank you, baby. And then by the 6th, let us know if you can't afford so we can make arrangements to have your butt moved out by the 6th. Do you hear me? I am really praying for a lot of people today who are scared to death that they're going to be homeless soon. Like, that, no, baby, that's not funny. That's real.
It really isn't.
Huh?
It really isn't.
So why did you laugh? It was just a nervous laugh?
Yeah, I just blew out.
You just blew out?
Yeah.
Okay, just ride the wave and just, okay. But no, it's a serious time. I know you don't know that, but it's a serious time, love. Okay, everybody.
It was on the news that they were making like tents and talking to the homeless people.
Yeah, but those, yeah. Let me finish this up though.
Okay.
But what you call it? Yeah, this is a scary time for a lot of people, y'all. But let me tell you something. One thing I know for a fact: if you don't have money, you will never get money by just dwelling in the fact that I don't have money. You keep professing that. Remember, whatever you say, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So let it be written, so let it be done. So what you speak life all the time, whatever you speak, that is what it is going to be. If you keep saying, I don't have this, and I don't got that, and I don't know nobody, and then you keep focusing on that, there's going to be nothing I can do for you. Like literally, even if I tell you this is what you say to people, and if you come back to me and say, I don't know nobody, instead of letting it click in your head, let me go out there and meet people. Guys, back in 2015, when I started this, I didn't have any influence. There weren't people flocking to me to buy the product or to join my team. I had to go out there and make friends. I had to find people. I had to become a person of value. I keep saying the same thing over and over because that is what is required for y'all to truly understand this.
Because we had to do it.
Stop. What you mean we? What you mean we? You were 5 years old. No. Just have a seat. Just have a seat. Just have a seat.
I want to watch this.
I don't need you to train the people. So anyway, guys,
That's my head.
this is what you've got to understand. The answer to your question, well, Kim, my problem is I don't have money to put into the business. No, your answer is the business is here to make you money, not take you money. But you don't have the hustle. You don't have the hustle to work the business. And sit over there. Because for some reason you thought I need a cosign. You thought I need your curly head shaking no to the people. No. You don't have the hustle to do homeschooling. So, yeah, I said it. I am none too happy now. Anywho, the problem is not that you don't have money to put into the business, because if you have a business, you can get the money, but you don't have the hustle. And that's a large part of the reason why you are in the position that you are in right now. Now, if you ever want to get out of that position, you have got to stop making excuses. You have got to start digging deep. You have got to stop acting like somebody has the whole thing. I don't know how to log in. Really? Did you go to the name of the company, TotalLifeChangers.com, and did you click log in? Where do I click once I get it? Well, what are you trying to do? It's amazing to me. There are some people who say, I don't want to join a big leader because I know that, who will actually pick up the phone. And you know what they do? They abuse the relationship. They abuse the relationship. It's an abnormal, it's an abnormal use of the relationship. So you wanted to join somebody who would actually talk to you. Now that you have somebody who actually talks to you, you want to drive them crazy? No, ma'am, Pam. No ham, no spam. You think I might have to turn off the country Wi-Fi again? The info. Are you skipping? Victoria, you're the only one who says that you be skipping on that my broadcast be skipping on you. But listen, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have told certain people, I'm gonna have to stop talking to you because you're abusing the relationship. I just had to remove somebody from my group because they were abusing the group. If you don't plug in and then you keep popping up in the group like, what did I miss, gang? What y'all doing? Somebody catch me up. That's not what the group is for. The group is a collaborative effort for all of us to help someone, to help each other. Okay? Anybody else? You're the only one that's saying that, Victoria. Hey, Jennifer Mustafa. Sheena said my life. Dang, now Sheena said it. So I hope this whole entire time it wasn't pausing. I hope it was only as of recently. My Wi-Fi was on. I didn't know. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was my country internet. Man, I hope that y'all got this. But only time will tell. Jennifer Mustafa is another one. Jennifer is in healthcare. She's an essential worker. She has a child. Okay, she has 50 million things going on. Jennifer is the least of my worries. With all that she has going on, she still gets her business done. I'm telling you, it's not because Jennifer is a better person than you. It's not because Brandy is a better person than you. It's not because Alexis is a better person than you. It's not because Victoria is a better person. It's because they have better habits. See, some people have the habit of making excuses, and some people have the habit of making it happen. So if you want to change your situation, you have got to change. And I can't do it for you. There's only so much I can do. Guys, if you start to realize this about yourself too, okay, the quality of a person's the quality of a person's answers determined by what? The quality of their questions. Pay attention to what the people on your team are telling you. Pay attention to what they are saying, not just what they say. See, y'all think when somebody calls, oh, at least they calling me and asking questions. That's a good thing. It depends on the type of question. If they keep there are some people that will call you over and over with the same question. I don't know what to do. What do I do? I don't know what to do. What do I do? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you got 50 million other people who are the same exact training and they're implementing. You got somebody calling you saying, I don't know what to do. That's a problem. You got somebody calling saying, hey, I remember on training, y'all said to do this. I did it, and here's where I'm at. Here's where I'm stuck. Now that is a person you should spend time with. That is the quality of the question. You got somebody who sits there and waits on you, who shoots you a question and then goes, I'm waiting for you to respond. Meanwhile, they're not seeking the answer. They're just saying, well, I did ask you how to change my ownership and you never got back to me. Alexis just messaged me about a situation, pretty serious situation too, a few months ago. She sent me the text. Oh, I can't see it. She sent me the text of her situation. I don't know. At one time, and then literally 10 minutes later, she was like, that's okay, I resolved it. Am I surprised? No, because it's certain people that I just know that, they're not waiting on me. Most of the time, they are informing me of what's going on, but they're not waiting on me. They're proactive people. Again, my top producers are not my time wasters. My time wasters are, and what's so interesting about spending your time with time wasters is that you'll think, well, maybe I can get them going if I just give them more of my time. And those are the people, they're letting you know right now, they have a higher probability of quitting. I'm not saying they're going to quit, because they could turn it around, but they have a higher probability of quitting just because a business is not for punks, y'all. It's not. And some people use it as a plan B, but really the people that succeed are those that treat it as a plan E. Like my business is not my plan B, it's my plan E. It's my everything. It's all I have. I don't have another job to fall back on. I don't have a pension coming in, a retirement job, or anything like that. It is my plan E. If I don't make it happen, it does not happen. So there's a certain type of resiliency I have about me. There's a certain type of resourcefulness. There's a certain type of get up and go that I have every single day with regards to my business. Does everything go my way? No. Sometimes I have to order out. I have to, eat on paper plates because I don't even have time to do dishes. There are some sacrifices that have to be made while you are building your business. It is what it is. But I'm telling you guys, if you learn how to prioritize your time in a way that works for you, with your personality, with your lifestyle, if you learn how to spend time with the right people, which goes back to prioritizing your time. Not the wrong people. Do not think that if you just pour more into somebody that you can get them to come to a place that they're never going to go. If they do not have it here, and if it's not in their mentality that they're going to make it happen no matter what, then there's nothing you will be able to do to help them. It starts at the battlefield of the mind. They will never build their bank account if they can't build their belief. Ever. And I know they're good people. And I know they have good reasons. But you have to care more about your household and the people that are actually working than the people who are draining you of all of your energy, your resources, and your sanity that you need to be of the highest value and the best service to those who are showing up for their business consistently. And then lastly, again, the problem is not actually the problem. If somebody says, my problem is I don't have any money. No, it's not your resources. It's your resourcefulness. The answer is in the problem. The fact that you don't have any money, that shouldn't drive you to complain about money. That should drive you to say, okay, wait a minute. Here's a way where I can get, like this month in my company, they are offering an extra $500 in bonuses. If somebody who has money, who is broke, if somebody who is broke sees that incentive and they still ask me questions like, I don't know what to do, then I know I really can't help that person too much. Here's what to do. Go get that $500 in bonuses. But how? There's so much information in my group. There's so much in the WhatsApp and the team excitement chat. Do you know we've actually been accused of overwhelming people with information, which I think is so laughable, because I have people on other teams saying, I get no training. I get no training. So, you got to realize with some people, you're going to be damned if you do and damned if you don't. But with the right person, they will take whatever they have and they will make it pop.
What is that?
Your job is not.
What is that?
Is not to try to be everything to everybody. Your job is to provide the right people with what they need. You have to learn how to classify and organize, not just the people on your team, but also your clients. There are certain clients I have had to fire. There are certain prospects I have stopped doing a lot of things I used to do because it's not the best use of my time. Reminds me,
it's not a game.
Tracy said, reminds me of the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Okay, cut it off this time. And then I got to go back to my car.
Absolutely, y'all. You cannot make them drink, okay? This right here is, what do you call it? What was I going to say? You lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Yeah, I like it when people say you have to participate in your own rescue. You have to participate in your own rescue. I'm a big fan of that. Y'all know if you try to go out into the water, a lot of people that try to save a person who's drowning, they drown too. So, I love my team, I love my clients, but I don't love any of them more than I love my son. And so I'm always thinking about this. In the long run, is this person here to help me build? Are they helping me more than they are hurting me? If they are hurting me more than they are helping me, I know then they're a waste of my energy. It's going to be a waste of my time, and that's going to inevitably cost me money. And that is how I pretty much stay sane and do all the things that I do, right? And my team is like, hey, what's going on, Natasha? What's going on, Zonia? A question opens the mind. Yes, thoughts and a statement closes the mind. Thoughts, exactly. So when you're asking questions, your brain will answer the question that you're asked. But when you're making statements, I can't do this, I don't have that. You argue for your limitations, and guess what? Ding, 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 ding. You get to keep them. But if you ask a question, how can I do this? How can I get that? Then now you've changed the frame in which you look at things, and you've opened yourself up to receive the answer. And the answer will present itself if you ask yourself in enough times in enough different ways. So I hope you found that helpful. Guys, if there is a question that you have about building your business or anything that I do, leave it below. It'll be my next Q&A. It'll be my next frequently asked questions edition. Sorry for all the interruptions, but just like yourself, I'm home with the fam.
Can you mute
all of us? No, I can't. But I'm literally doing my wrap up right now. Hold on one second.
Leave it alone. Just eat.
So, because this is a still video. This is a live recording. But I'm literally doing my wrap up right now. I'll pray with you.
Okay.
Don't eat one thing. I'm praying with you right now. So hey, Guillermo Padilla. What's going on, Guillermo Padilla? So so guys, listen, if you like this, and you're on Facebook, hit follow and see first before you leave. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe and bang the bell to the right, ding dong. So every time I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. As you guys can see, I have stuff going on all around me too. Stuff going on with my son. Again, it's never going to be a perfect time to do it, but done is better than perfect. Ask yourself the question to get the answer. That's what J Baby said. Look at that. And J Baby was one of those ones that when she started out, she had doubts too. She had things going on in her mind, but we worked through it. I'm telling y'all, you got to know. The reason why I stuck with J Baby and I hung with J Baby is because no matter whether she had a good sales week or a down sales week, she was always on training. Every Sunday night, even if she had to work at the pork plant, she was taking her breaks and jumping on training and then saying, I gotta go, y'all. I'll catch the replay though. And you know what? She didn't say it. She did it. She followed through on her word. J Baby is somebody who I can say without a shadow of a doubt, if she says something, I know she's going to do it. And if she doesn't do it, I know she's going to acknowledge the fact that she did not do it. And then she's going to make it right.
That's a good teammate.
It is a good teammate. That's why I still pick up the phone for J Baby. Anyway, y'all, we got to pray so he can eat. Bye.
Bye-bye.